and welcome to Harford County Living, brought to you by Town Grill and Pub, right there in the Joppatown Shopping Plaza, where they have girls' night out all the time, it seems like now. You want to go to one of the classes, just call them, 410-538-4665. Today we are talking about supporting local businesses. One of the things that I did when I started HarfordCountyLiving.com was to push local businesses. There are a lot of entrepreneurships, a lot of businesses out there that people don't know about, and that's one of the reasons I started it. And we actually have two of my biggest supporters here today, Town Grill and Pub. We have Larry Delbridge from there, and we have Sarah from, I'm going to get it wrong, Four Seasons Nursery and Landscaping Services, right?
Landscape Services.
Landscape Services. It's a mouthful. I always get them wrong. But we're going to discuss about supporting local businesses. And Sarah, I know you guys do a lot with like SARC and other things around as well, don't you?
Yeah, we try and support the local community. It's important to us to give back. It's been instilled in me my whole life. My mom works for the county, and my sister works for the county, and just, it's important to support the local
businesses and organizations.
Yes,
right.
Those two.
Now, all right, crazy question. Do you guys get a lot of support? Actually, it's not a crazy question. It's a good question, because it seems like there are a lot of businesses that support other businesses, but it's hard for them to get support.
Honestly, I have to say no.
No.
I don't think that we do, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I mean,
right.
A lot of people that call, that ask for estimates, they don't necessarily tell me where they got my name from. Some say, they Google, put something in Google and found us. But I actually have a New Year's resolutions to ask people that are calling me, where did you see our information? Did you see me driving around town?
Right.
Did you see, our T-shirts on our guys at a job site? I know they hand out a lot of cards to passing cars and that kind of thing. But as far as other businesses and that we try to support, I think they hand out cards, but I don't necessarily know that much comes from those.
Well, and you guys do a lot of residential, right?
We do.
Now, do you do a lot of stuff business-wise, like landscaping and everything, or?
We can, but
Okay.
No, not really. A lot of the commercial work that we get estimates for, whether it be townhome communities or shopping centers or that kind of thing, they just want to see the lowest bid.
Right.
They don't want to take into consideration the type of work you do versus another company. It's not comparing apples to apples. So we struggle in that market a little bit, just because we do really value our work and our product, and we charge accordingly. And so sometimes that does not doesn't get us, that commercial business. We do a lot of commercial business, snow removal wise.
Okay.
But as far as, general landscaping, not really. It's a tough business, because you can find somebody driving around with a pickup and a mower in the back of their pickup, and it's
Right.
just them, and they can do your lawn for $15. I can't touch that. I
Right.
have to take into consideration, the cost for me to get up and run and come out to your property. And so it's a difficult market to get into. And a lot of your commercial places, again, they just are looking for bottom line, not necessarily quality.
Right.
So it's tough, but once you get your foot in the door somewhere, it opens up slowly. Not as quick as we'd like, but it's getting there.
Now, how long have you guys been in business?
Technically, I've been in business for 2 years. My husband's family had the business before me. My father-in-law passed away. My mother-in-law just wanted to get rid of it. My husband does other work. He has a hauling company, so I decided I would take over the landscape company. Why not? I had recently been laid off from working at Aberdeen Proving Ground.
Okay.
So I needed something to do, and there was a business that needed to be started, taken over. We're a separate entity, but I used their experience. They were around since 1980. So
I guess a good thing there, you didn't have to start from scratch.
No, I did not have to start from scratch, and I did not have to start, in debt already. I did she did give me essentially the equipment that I needed to get started, and the customer line, and which sadly I don't have very many of them left.
Right.
But I have since built a great baseline.
That's good.
For myself for the past couple of years. So we have like a 98% customer retention rate every year. Yeah.
That is good.
I work really, really hard to make all of my customers happy. To the point I sleep very little because I worry about what everybody want. And it's hard to keep everybody happy all the time, but I try really hard.
So that 98% is pretty strong, which so you're not only looking for the customers, well, you're providing the customer satisfaction, which in turn is giving you the customer loyalty, I guess you could say.
Yes.
Which is, that's very strong. When we come back, we're going to talk to Larry of Town Grill and Pub. They've been in business since 2013. I got the shirt right there. Speaking of which, do you have one of these shirts yet, Larry?
I do not.
You don't?
They're being printed.
I feel special because I'm the only one with one. I got to rub it into everybody's, tell them about it when I go to Town Grill and Pub all the time. Where'd you get the shirt? I have one, but you don't. So, you're listening to Harford County Living right here on 1330 and 104.7 The Point. Welcome back to Harford County Living. I'm Rich Bennett. Brought to you again by Town Grill and Pub right there in the Joppatown Shopping Plaza. 410-538-4665. You can also visit them online at towngrillandpub.com. That's town, Towne. Or you can order online through, Grubhub?
Grubhub.
Correct? Mm-hmm. Just search for there, put in the 21085 zip code, and they're right there. Larry.
Yes.
How you doing?
All righty. Very good. Thank you.
Good. Talking about supporting local, how you guys have been around since 2013.
Right.
And I know you do a lot, not just in town, but in the community.
Yes.
How was it for you guys when you first started out? How tough was it?
It was very interesting because my son Brad actually had a carry-out and delivery there, Grill Sensations.
Right.
So we had an 8-year history in the community to begin with. So when we opened the restaurant, we had a good base to start with.
Okay.
Through supporting the schools and other local venues in the area, we have a huge following on Facebook, as well as people that come in, to the restaurant, and it's just been good.
Good. Now, I know if the girls' night out, you're talking. I think I was talking to Linda. She said it's to the point now to where they get so many people, they have to add other classes.
We're adding other classes. That can run anywhere 2 to 3 nights a week, sometimes during the day. Saturdays, a lot of ladies come out. And we've had 5 men actually come out to girls' night out to paint. So
really?
It's been very interesting.
My husband would never go for that, but that's a good idea.
My wife wouldn't let me do it.
You know what? That's right, because she needs some time out. That's right.
Well, my wife and daughter go all the time to it, but I think Linda's even asked me, well, how come you won't go? Because they won't let me.
Well, Rich, you're going to come over.
I'll be sitting out at the bar watching the game or
you
something.
You are personally invited, so
That's
you
it.
tell your wife the next time that I was given a personal invitation to come out to paint night, and I'm going to go.
There you go.
Yeah, you think you know what she's going to say about that? Nah, it ain't going to work. Now, as far as other businesses supporting you guys,
yes.
I know you ran into some problems before, but I mean, how's that been going?
It's tremendous.
Okay.
The restaurant's really caught on. We deal locally as much of our product that we can possibly buy. But everybody, we feed people from White Marsh to Aberdeen to South Bel Air.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of them come in for that evening instead of going home. They actually stop at our place before they even go home for dinner.
That's right, because you guys also do breakfast too, right?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the catering side goes.
Yes.
Now, you've got Jarrettsville, actually up here in Haverty Grace.
Yes.
Throughout the county.
Throughout Harford County, we do a tremendous amount of catering. Actually, we even go out of county. We've been over into Baltimore County, Pikesville High School football asked us to come over and do their concession for them this year.
Oh, nice.
So we do that, and we've gotten some leads from there to other people. You know, they taste the food and they like it, and
Right.
invite us to help them out.
Well, I can honestly say the pit beef's definitely, one of the best I've ever had.
Well, thank
you.
you.
The turkey, the beef. I know we had the car show and you sold out within hours.
Oh, it was a couple hours. We were done.
Yeah. Of course,
Everybody had to go to the restaurant then.
thank God it was right there in the parking lot.
That's a win-win right there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we just helped out a hotel in the Riverside area. Their kitchen had to be renovated.
Right.
And they asked us to come in. So for 9 days, we did their complimentary breakfast for them and gave them a heck of a price just to be a good neighbor.
So there you go,
Nice.
supporting another local business.
Another local business. And that's what it's all about, Rich.
Right.
Helping other businesses. And close to my heart is youth. And that's why we got involved with the Rec Council. Why we do the school, almost all the schools in the area. We've done something for breakfast, lunch, or dinner
Right.
donations, churches. We support the food bank at one of the local churches.
Oh, really?
It's just, more and more.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like I'm always seeing online how you're having either some soccer team in there that is raising money
It
or
won a state championship,
Oh, really?
Rec Council.
Was that Brian McCarthy's team?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Little plug for the team.
And,
Good job, guys.
I know you guys also do a lot of Lions clubs. I know you've done it with us, Jobtown Lions Club. You've
Yes.
done stuff with Jarrettsville
Yes,
too, right?
Absolutely.
And what was it you did up here in Haverty Grace?
The art show.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've done concession at the art show. We skipped a couple years. They kind of reorganized the show, but we've done that one. Lynn and I have been actually involved with the art show for about 40 years.
I'm sorry, for how long?
40 years.
40 years?
40 years.
Wow.
Going back to our art days, we did a lot of art,
Right.
oil paintings and things like that, and then we did food concessions.
All right, wait a minute. I knew Linda does that stuff. So she actually allowed you to do it with her?
Yes. Well, I met Lynn in art school.
Oh,
We were both artists.
well, I used to be an artist, but I'm still not allowed to do these things with my
Maybe
wife.
you need to have a men's night out paint night.
Well, we were considering that. Maybe doing beer mugs.
I think that's a great idea. I would
starting a
sign my
mug club.
husband up for that.
And the mug club, the only way you can get in is if you come in and paint your own mug.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, do mugs or Pilsner glasses or combination?
Rich will be at Girls' Night Out now.
Men's night out, you just said. It was going to be called Men's Night Out.
Right.
You said your husband might even do that. You think?
Oh, I'd send it. Listen, if he can go someplace and paint a no.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if he'd go or not, but I would definitely sign him up anyway. Paint a beer mug and you can have your beer in there. Come on.
I was going to say, he'll probably have you paint it for him, right?
I don't know. I really don't know. We have not had the artistic conversation. I don't know if he has any artistic ability whatsoever.
It seems like lately, too, because we just had the Clay Monet in here, Teresa.
Oh,
And-
love her stuff. Sorry, side note.
Oh, so okay. She does the Pilsner glasses and the beer mugs, which I still haven't gotten mine yet, but maybe you can have her down there teach us how to. She won't let out her secret, though.
Actually, I think Teresa used to work for me years and years ago
Really?
when I had the advertising agency. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of advertising, let's talk about that once we come back, because one of the things, you both advertise with me, and one of the things I've always pushed is smart advertising. And we'll discuss that when we come back. Once again, you're listening to Harford County Living right here on 1330, 1047 The Point. Welcome back to Harford County Living right here on 1330, 1047 The Point. Brought to you by Town Grill and Pub, where you can go for girls' night out, paint some glasses, paint some dishes, and we're going to talk to Linda about doing a men's night out for beer mugs and Pilsners. Call them at 410-538-4665. before we left, we were talking about smart advertising. One of the things, and I think I came across you, Sarah, I saw one of your ads somewhere. I can't remember where. And I contacted you, and you've been with me, what, almost 3 years?
No, two.
A little over 2 years, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll start our third year again with you in January.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Not that soon.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking April.
I mean, if
for
you don't
some
want to
reason.
charge me till later, that's fine.
I'm
But
thinking April for some reason.
maybe it may be, but yeah, it would be our third year to advertise with you. Yeah.
And Larry, I know you guys. Well, actually, I started with you guys, helping you guys out before I even started HarfordCountyLiving.com
Right.
when I was with some at a different place. And one of the things I may have mentioned this to you guys when I first started it was keep the costs down low because I don't want to put businesses out. And it seems like one of my biggest beefs is I see a lot of small businesses going out of business. And I know they're of two. I'm not going to mention their names. But they went out of business because they spent so much on advertising and their return on investment wasn't there.
Right.
One of them was a restaurant. Mm-hmm. The other one, same thing. They were advertising with one specific company and putting all their money there, and nothing. Now I did talk to two friends of mine. They were having problems getting sponsors. He does games and all that. Getting sponsors for that, even at a small fee. Local businesses didn't want to do anything with it. One of the other things I found out, too, with a lot of the local businesses, there are local businesses that go out there selling advertising, but they're charging an arm and a leg, and they're not getting anything on it. I don't know if you remember Dave Buchanan, used to own First Choice Automotive.
Yes.
Probably one of the best compliments I had. When he used to own it, they advertised, on HarfordCountyLiving.com all the time. He posted a thing, and he did what you said you're about to do, asking people how they found out.
Yes.
And I was so happy. The return on investment for him advertising with us, take a shot. Take a guess what you would think the percentage was.
20%.
Close, 18%. Mm-hmm. So he was making $18 to every dollar they spent with us, which I thought, was great.
That's good.
And one of the things I've always, I've been telling people is put it together. Don't advertise in one place because you're not going to succeed that way. But if you mix your dollars and put them together, like, little marketing ploy here, but advertise on HarfordCountyLiving.com and the point together, you're reaching more people. Now I know if and you've been, like you said, your business has been a while, so you get a 98% client retention rate is awesome. So that's great. I can't wait till after you start asking people to see where.
Yeah, and that's coming off my in-laws never advertised. It was always word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
So anything that I'm doing now is me just doing it because I think it's smart business. But I would like to next year add advertisement with the point as well. So add a little bit every year. But I think Harford County Living has paid off for us. I don't know, but
right.
But people are getting our phone number from somewhere, and I know
Right.
people are handing out cards. But normally when people are getting cards, they're saying, "Oh, my friend so and so told me I should call you." I always get that. So it's just the random phone calls that I'm getting that people
Right.
aren't telling me that, oh, I Googled it, or my friend Betty told me. I really do think, I have a feeling that we are reaching quite a few people with advertising with you, and I think adding the radio show next year would be a really good move.
And you get a lot of referrals too, which has always been
Right.
definitely the strong point.
Right.
Now I know you guys, Larry, Town Grill and Pub, you also get a lot through the wrestling, don't you?
We get quite a bit through the wrestling, and as a matter of fact, we help them with their parties that they have, the children's parties on the weekends. We do the after party when they do have the wrestling matches. That's usually a late morning. Get home
Right.
at 4 in the morning from that. But the majority of folks that walk through our door, I like to call them friends, not customers, because we cherish our people that come in there, is all referral. We get some off of things that we've done with you.
Right.
For sure, because I mentioned that. But I can't tell you how many times people have said, I didn't even know you were here. And I always tell them that's because we're the best kept secret.
Agreed.
I hear that about a lot of places.
And folks that come in, once they've come in, they'll say something about being pleasantly surprised about the food, because it's all, fresh cooked and all that. But families come in.
Right.
People come in from out of town. We get people off at 95. We don't advertise.
I was going to say, you don't have a sign out there.
Nothing. We don't even have a sign out on the marquee.
Oh, wow.
They Google.
And you probably get a lot through Grubhub, too, I would think.
And we do Grubhub as well.
Right.
Grubhub as well. So it's, if you do the right thing, this has always been my philosophy in anything that I've done. If you do the right thing for people, the people will come back. It'll pay off. The dollars will come. Never chase the dollar.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say what I really like about Town Grill, going there at lunchtime, people are sitting at the bar, but it's not a bar scene. It's not real, we're not real rowdy. You run into that on Friday, Saturday nights. You can go to Looney's or someplace like that, and it's crazy. It's crazy, and you can't sit, in a booth on the bar on a bar side and actually enjoy your meal.
Right.
And I can honestly say, I sat at a table next to the bar. Somebody got a little rowdy. One of the servers came over and was like, hey, you need to calm it. I mean, it's perfectly fine on a Friday or Saturday night to go and take your family in there.
Yeah.
And sit right next to the bar. It's fine because, if it gets rowdy, somebody's going to calm it down. And people, yep, okay, got it. And you move on. And you don't have to worry about not being able to hear, not being able to talk, or things being obscene or anything like that. It's great.
You mentioned families coming in, and that's what we promoted this as, a family restaurant with a bar.
Yeah.
I want to thank Sarah and Larry for coming here this week. And next week, make sure you join us. We have Wendy Langford with Loving the Lost Boys is going to be here, along with Lynn Jaquette from Sage, two nonprofits, and I think it's going to be very interesting talking to them as well. So thank you for listening to Harford County Living. My name's Rich Bennett. Thank you to Town Grill and Pub, and of course, Four Seasons Nursery and Landscape Services.
There you
I
go.
got it right
there
that time. Right here on 1330 1047 The Point.